So welcome to January Pantry Challenge week number 3. It is fish night tonight. I had a craving, a little bit of a craving that was spawned by Rachel. I was talking to her on the phone last night. She was like, you should get some of that salmon that you caught last fall that we canned and make some salmon patties. And I was like, you know what, that does sound really good. So that's how they turned out. I think they look pretty amazing. I still have 2 more cooking in the pan. I got to keep an eye on those. But I got all the way done, ready to eat, and then realized I probably should have made some mayonnaise. Got some of our zucchini relish from downstairs and made up some tartar sauce because I have no sauce to go on these, but I'm hoping that they're good enough just on their own that they will suffice. Oh yeah. The meat is so meaty, like almost like crab meat. It reminds me of, man. And I did. You guys would be very proud of me. Made vegetables tonight instead of just meat. So little peas I found in the upstairs freezer. Just cooked them in some butter, some salt, and pepper. Oh, okay. They might have been a little bit freezer burnt. So what's going on this week? I have today's Wednesday. Last week's video I mentioned over the weekend was my birthday. Well, my birthday was actually Monday of this week. So my mom took me out for dinner on Monday. I had pizza, and then I had leftover pizza for dinner on Tuesday, which brings us today, which is Wednesday. And sure I don't burn my last 2 salmon patties. And I don't really know what I have planned for the rest of the week. I didn't thaw anything out, but I will come up with something. We will go down to the pantry together and we will find something and we'll make it. So I'll see you next time we cook. This was probably one of the fastest meals I've cooked at What's for Dinner Pantry Challenge in a while. It's 5:40 something. I got home at 5 o'clock from the gym today, and within 40 minutes I threw this entire meal together, including all the camera repositioning and filming. So you can probably make this yourself in about a third of that time. The camera adds about 3 times as long to projects like this, which is good because I came home from the gym. I was starving. I wanted pasta. I wanted meat. Down in the pantry, I found some jars of that bratwurst that I canned earlier this year. We had, I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 packages of store-bought bratwurst in the freezer that was starting to go bad. So I canned it all. And it's a really handy way to just have some pre-cooked, ready-to-go meat to throw into something or just eat straight out of the jar. So to go with the meat, I needed pasta. I had some egg noodles. We always keep those in stock in our pantry, 2 or 3 bags usually at a time. When I run low, I buy 2 or 3 more. So we always have them. They're great for simple, easy meals like this, and they're cheap. You get that whole bag for like $1, $1.50, something like that. Let's see, I cooked the pasta first. I drained it. I saved the water from it. Then I threw in the onions with some chive oil and some chives to cook the onions. Threw the sausage in, threw in some garlic, threw in some Cento spicy pepper stuff, that red pepper stuff that I really like. Some water from the pasta to make a sauce, and a little bit of heavy whipping cream. We still have heavy whipping cream left over from Christmas, and I'm still using it. It's a great, I haven't tasted this shit. I've been just talking the whole time, so let me get a bite. Very, very good. That meat just like melts. Like you don't even have to chew it. It just melts completely. So, what is today? Friday? Today's Friday. Yesterday I had leftover crab cakes from Wednesday. Today's Friday. That's going to feed me probably for dinner tomorrow. So, just me. I keep cooking and I make so much food because I'm used to cooking for 2 people. So now I have like every time I cook, I have food for 2 days. So. Rachel is still scheduled. Hopefully next weekend she'll be coming back into town. So you guys will get to see Rachel again, and I will get to see Rachel again. Miss her. She just feels like we were talking last night about like, we like video chat every night. We were trying to figure out if she's been gone 3 weeks or 2 weeks because it feels like 3, but it's really only been 2. So we'll see her soon, and I will see you next time I cook, which will probably be Sunday. See you then. So I think I changed my mind about 3 different times while making this dinner. Preparing it yesterday, I thawed out a package of our stew meat from our goats that we raised for 4 years, 5 years. It was some expensive goat by the time we harvested them. I went with like 2 different options. One, I wanted to use like that harissa spice, which is like a Northern Africa, Tunisia, I believe is maybe where it originated from. And then I also kicked around the idea of using like Jamaican jerk seasoning. I wanted to crock pot it because that stew meat, sometimes there can be a lot of like connective tissue, some silver skin in there, and I really wanted to cook it down. I did clean it up a little bit when I started cooking it just to make sure some of the big pieces were removed. Ultimately, I ended up tossing in an entire onion, 2 big spoonfuls of garlic, half harissa and half shawarma seasoning, a little bit of water, and let this thing cook down. It's been cooking for 9 hours in the crock pot. I put it on early this morning. Oh man, that is so tender. Awesome, good, very good. Cooked up a little bit of rice with it, and I screwed up the rice. I've done this before. We have like 4 different burners on our stove, and one of them is like this little tiny burner. And I mean, cooking rice is pretty simple. You know, you like bring it up to a boil, you put the lid on, you set a timer for 20 minutes, you turn it down on low. If I use that tiny little burner on our stove on low, it's not hot enough. So I had to try to cook my rice like 10 more minutes, and I don't think the rice turned out very good. It's really pasty. Whatever, that's why I didn't put that much on my plate. To go with it, I went down to the pantry this morning. I got out a jar of beets, a quart jar of beets. I put it in the fridge early this morning. That way it would cool, because I like my beets nice and cold. Now that I've cooked my rice for 35 minutes, my beets are now warm. So, what else is going on? Today's Sunday. I had leftover pasta yesterday. We got about 2.5 inches of snow today. The beam project in the basement that we were supposed to start this week, my beams came in on Wednesday. They're at the lumber yard, but my truck's in the shop, so I can't go and get them. Like, I have like a rental car, but it's like a little tiny little car thing, so I can't haul 12-foot long beams in this little car unless I put them on the roof or something. And I'm sure the dealership would not appreciate me doing that to the rental car. So I'm gonna enjoy my dinner. And 6:20. I'm just about done with football game number 1, football game number 2 starting now, so I'm going to enjoy my dinner and then sit down and watch some football for the rest of the evening. See you soon. This turned out good. Wish I had screwed up my rice.